I think, historical films, have their place. No, it's not. I didn't want to go see Independence Day. I just wanted to see this movie a little bit more, Gary. Hello, everyone. Jerryactric here with Jerryactric Midnight Movie Review. From my conversation with Gary, I can tell you that tonight I saw The Free State of Jones. Probably a lot of you expected me to go see Independence Day, and I wanted to, but I decided you're going to get a review somewhere else for that. So let's talk about The Free State of Jones. This was a great movie, a very powerful movie. The plot is basically this. Matthew McConaughey plays Newton Knight, a real figure. Newton Knight is part of the Confederacy Army in the Civil War. But when we first see him, we see a man who has pretty much had enough. He does not feel that the Confederacy is a glorious cause, and that is before a tragedy makes him desert. What he does is actually join a group of ragtag people. There are runaway slaves, there are also deserters, and basically he decides that he's going to create a new state, the Free State of Jones. Jones is, of course, the county in Mississippi where most of the action takes place. This was a very, very powerful movie. Matthew McConaughey portrays Newton as a guy who has just seen enough. You see it in his eyes. This man has seen terror, he's seen horror, and he's just fed up, and he just doesn't want to play the game anymore. The thing I found fascinating about this movie was how real everything looked. Nobody looked like they, were wearing very ornamental costumes. Everything looked real, even to the point where Matthew McConaughey's teeth looked discolored, as a person in the American Civil War would look. I went into this movie thinking, okay, we're going to hear the story. I didn't know about Newton Knight prior to this movie, but I thought, okay, we're going to see the Civil War, and this movie surprised me because a lot of the action does take place during the Civil War, but a lot of it takes place afterwards, and you see that even though the South has lost and is now back in the Union, that some things haven't changed. Some people in power during the Confederacy are still in power, and Jones, who has seen his sort of, I guess, moral code evolved that all men should be free, finds that it's a lot easier said than done. There is a subplot in this movie, which when I was seeing the movie, it actually kind of jarred me, because I was like, where are we now? What time period are we now? And when I got home afterwards, I was still on the fence of, well, I don't know if they should have put this in, but after reading and finding out that this was a true incident that takes place, I think the subplot should be in there. It's sort of disgusting. It kind of shows you that even in what we call modern society, that some of the old laws and prejudices were still there. This movie is rated R for very good reason. It is very graphic, and by that I mean violence. There is language, and of course, a certain the N-word is spoken, but in a way that kind of makes you feel, it kind of makes you understand why people would use that word. As I said, Matthew McConaughey is fantastic. As I said, he plays a man who just looks like he is just so weary. But when he finds something to fight for, we see a spark go into his eyes. I think everybody should see this movie. This movie, as I said, it's very powerful. I know I keep saying that, but I just was sitting in my car afterwards just thinking about this movie. And it's interesting because Newton doesn't start to desert because he believes that, well, the Union is correct and the Confederacy is wrong. He comes about it because he feels that as a person who does not own any slaves, why should he have to fight for an institution that he has no stake in? It also talks about how a lot of wars are the rich get to avoid war while the poor still have to fight. And so for this movie, it eventually his code does, and he starts standing up for more moral procedures, which is kind of what I thought the movie was going in from the thing. As I said, rated R. It's weird because it is rated R, and as I said, it is very graphic. This is a very accurate looking way at the way the Civil War was, including gun wounds, gunshots, everything. But I really wish that kids of a certain age could see this movie because it shows you what does it really mean to be an American. And this is not about states' rights or the institution of slavery, but it's just because you're in a place that tells you what you have to believe in, do you have to stand for that? And I think that's a very interesting question, especially in today's times. My personal thoughts are that I want to find out more about Newton Knight. I want to see, I've now researched and found out there's a lot of books about him. And I want to kind of see, I want to learn more. And that's what a good biographical film should do. It should make you want to find out more about the person. Because, as I said, it's a movie. And some things are going to be changed. But you want to try to find out the whole story. So, yeah, go see it. Free State of Jones. Sorry if this is a little bit heavier. I'll try to be more funny next time. Hopefully there's a good movie to watch. So, this is Jerryactric, Midnight Movie Review, telling you, if you're not going to the movies, then what are you doing with your life? No, I think his accent was really good. Matthew McConaughey, I think, is from Texas. But, he sounded very, from Mississippi. I really can't tell the difference. Paintivity would know. She's from the South. She can, figure out those accents better than I can. What's that? No, he did not say, all right. Listing Marlin and Nemo, they set off on a journey to find where Dory's parents are. After a catastrophe, Dory is separated from Nemo and Marlin at a water park. And